Sup team, took the day off vlogging. Today's video I actually have a special longer video which I did probably a month and a half ago when I was in Los Angeles. Young up and coming fitness college student, but like grinding his fitness brand on the side. Chad asked me questions about YouTube, about business stuff, about growing an online brand, about entrepreneurship, about growing in the fitness industry. We talk about college, like whether to go to college or not and when it makes sense, my opinion on the matter at least. But it was a really good conversation. I think you're gonna like this video, so it's longer. If you wanna like watch it while you're doing cardio, like that guy, that might be a good idea. Otherwise, thank you for watching, enjoy. What's up? I'm here with my man Chad.
What up, guys?
Chilling in Santa Monica, is that where we are?
I believe so. I believe it's Santa Monica.
Yeah, let's go. Bring it in just because audio I feel like could be, yeah, there we go. Okay. So what's on your mind? Let's talk like whatever you want to jam on, but fitness, YouTube, building a brand.
Okay, perfect.
College, yeah, anything.
Yeah, we could just go into that stuff.
By the way, first, this guy sent like seriously, the meeting up in person is something I love more than anything. It usually just doesn't work, like no matter what city I'm in. I have to wake up, I crush emails, I do program design, like, I train myself. I have the same day. But Chad's like, I was like, can we make content out of hanging out? And he's like, yeah, we can make content out of it. So I was like, all right, perfect. So
that's perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
So just want to get right into it?
Yeah, we're matching too.
We are matching, that's
super
crazy.
Cute.
Anyways, I'm like into these black like plain shirts.
Yeah,
that's all I wear. Anyways.
I mean, you're 19 and if I'm matching you in fashion, I feel like I'm doing something right.
That's good, yeah. I just have some questions on my phone because I figured I'd get here and then I like forget every question, so I like wrote them down my phone. So I'm just gonna look at them. You want to start with the YouTube stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is just like any advice you have for someone just starting a YouTube channel or just getting into, maybe not even YouTube, just like trying to make a brand for themselves in general on social media.
Yep.
Like your tips on that, how they could do that.
Yep. So I'm gonna start by saying I've been like on YouTube for a long time. And I have 11,000 subs, so I'm not like crushing the YouTube game by any means. But things that are on my mind right now for anyone getting started is there's a massive lack of optimism and a massive lack of honesty in content. Like what you're putting out has to add value to someone's life in that you can be teaching them, and we're both fitness, so like I'll speak to that, but you can be teaching them to lose fat, gain muscle, get better. You can be entertaining them with vlog style stuff, lifestyle style stuff. You can be like dangle the carrot in front of them, which works, like here are my abs in every single thumbnail, and like go that route, like that stuff works too. But layered on top of adding value, helping them in some way, there's a massive lack of honesty, and there's so much negativity, particularly around US election and like everything that just happened. I sent an email to my newsletter, which like isn't that big, last night, and woke up to over 400 replies from the newsletter that were just like, I love this, and it was a bullet list that I wrote in 5 minutes that was like 10 things on my mind, but it was like, I was feeling good, it was coming from a positive place, I was optimistic, and people are gravitated towards that. So don't fake it, but if you have it, the content you're putting out. Yeah, get in here. Nice camera. Thank you. If you have some of that in you, then like expressing that is something that I have found people need, people want.
Just probably your biggest tip is just to be honest on the internet, just like be who you are. Just one of like the biggest tips in like creating a following for yourself and like a brand on social media. Just be who you are.
Yeah, 100%. Because like people, there's enough fake, there's enough bullshit, and people are smart. Like people see through that. So I think that authenticity is attractive and something we all want.
Yes, very, very authentic. I feel like people like want to follow people who are authentic and honest, and like we were talking about before, people that are the same like in person as they are on the internet, just like being honest about everything. Yeah,
100%. And I think that's the case most of the time. Like I think it's rare to meet someone and be like, wow, you're so different than I thought you were.
Yes.
Which is cool, which like speaks to the goodness of people in general. But yeah, like be you. Don't try to be someone else.
Exactly. Okay, that was. Let's see what I have.
And like other like post as often as you can while keeping quality above a certain level.
Yes.
Like the fear is something that prevents a lot of people. Like, I'm afraid how this is going to be judged. I'm afraid how this is going to be received. I'm afraid of what so-and-so might think of me putting this piece of content out. I'm afraid this isn't good enough. Something I struggled with early on blogging was I didn't want to post unless it was perfect.
Yes.
So I always say like 85% times 10 pieces of content is way better than 99% times one piece of content. So yeah, just like pumping it out as high quality as you can while being consistent doing that.
Now, frequency, like, and value, how do those go hand in hand? Like, I know you mess with like the daily uploads, and then I know with daily uploads you can't always have the highest value. What is your opinion on like value, frequency?
I mean, you see it. I'm still like I did in the spring. I had some daily uploads. This reverse bet, I did 11 weeks of uploading a video every single day. It depends what you're trying to do. It depends where your strengths lie too. Casey Neistat crushed daily uploads because he's a really good filmmaker, and he grinds his ass off. So he spent hours and hours a day editing those, and like the concepts were cool, and he's smart and creative. If you can, like, just there's clearly a balance. Do as much as you can while keeping quality high. I don't have the answer. That's why right now we're in a 3x a week phase, and we might go back to daily. Like, who knows?
Okay. Anything else you wanted to cover just on building like a brand, or anything else?
Help as many people as you can for free.
Okay.
And do that, like, reply to every email, reply to every comment. Like, don't leave even the long emails, and even like the difficult stuff. Like, early on, when time is your asset, that's huge.
Just pump out as much as you can.
Yeah, and I get, like, I have trainer friends who are trying to build online brands, like trainer friends in the gym, and they'll say like, so-and-so wants me to like reply to their snap, and like they're not even paying me. Like, what? It's like, what else are you doing? You're on the couch watching TV. Like, you're literally growing your business and helping someone. And like feeling better about yourself, doing a good thing. So yeah, help as many people as you can in whatever way that means for you.
Okay. Now, I know helping people for free, that can like obviously help you grow your brand. But as far as like being able to like monetize what you're doing, do you have like any tips on that? Just like go help people for free as much as possible until you're able to monetize somehow? Or
no, I would so there's only so many ways you can monetize in the fitness industry. You can offer a service, online coaching. You can offer physical product, supplements, foam roller, weights. You can offer in-person service, so like coaching in person. You can do affiliate marketing, selling someone else's product or service and taking a cut of that. Apparel goes in line with product. Information product, like you can sell workout plans, meal plans, things like that. But I'm probably leaving a few off, but we just named most of them. So picking where, for me, it's I want to add the most value and where that overlaps with my skill set, and that's why I like one-on-one coaching right now. I don't think it's a bad idea to, right off the bat, have a workout program. Like, this is my best fat loss or muscle gain training program that you charge $15, $25, $35, $45, whatever you want to charge for it, and have that and like be selling that. While you're putting out free content along with that on social media, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. And distributing that content, which I'm not gonna give advice on because I'm terrible at it. I don't biz dev. I'm not like reaching out for collabs. I'm not doing any paid marketing stuff. But there's absolutely a component of some of the best stuff could go unnoticed without enough distribution. And I know you worked with Gary, and I know he's like very knowledgeable about the marketing and like the AdWords and like all that stuff. I'm not the best at that either. But do homework. Like, all of the information that any of us need is on the internet. Mind the frame.
On the internet.
Watch YouTube videos on how to.
Are we keeping this raw? Or
Super. I mean, maybe my man Jesse might edit it a bit, but we'll just.
All right, let's see. I have
No,
more
if you say
questions
something
here.
stupid, we can cut it out if you want to, like...
No, I'm good with keeping it raw. I like your raw clips.
Yeah, one take.
Let's see here. It's let's go into the college a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm 19. I'm a college student. I'm sure a lot of your audience is in college. So, like, what is your just like opinion on college today? If it's beneficial, if society makes it like more important than you think it actually is?
Yeah. I think it's super difficult to tell a 17-year-old junior, 16-year-old junior in high school that like you're making a decision that's massively important for the rest of your life at that age. But the other side of the coin is like, that's what we're doing. Like, like you have to make that decision whether that's a yes or no.
You have to, yeah.
I'm not super anti-college. What I am is if you have entrepreneurial ambition and hustle like you do, I'm anti go to college and only do that because you have free time, right? Like you're in full-time school right now, sophomore, business major, like you made a long drive down here, hour and 45 minutes and like back, like you have time. You're vlogging today, which is amazing. If you have that spirit, don't wait until you're 22 to take your shot until after college. Go to school and do it at the same time. Start your fitness page, start your like whatever the thing is, try those things in school. If you know with certainty that you want to do something that isn't related to school, every situation's different. Like mom and dad play a different role in everybody's situation when it comes to money, when it comes to pressure. You know, there was a question on there that's like in line with this that's good, which is basically like, and we can cut this out if you don't want to talk about specific parent stuff. But
no, we can go there.
You asked about like, I'm guessing, I was inferring that you were saying like, if I were to even bring up dropping out, like they would be very against that.
Yes. Yeah.
So when I quit my accounting job, I like massively wanted my parents to support that decision, which was really hard because they paid for a majority of my school. They were very proud of me, like by society standards I was doing all these good things. And so what I did was I didn't even talk to my dad about quitting. I like was injecting these conversations with my mom because I felt more comfortable there, and I would have felt like really like bad and remorseful because like I don't know, just different relationships with different parents. But like, and basically getting her, like when I would complain about how much I hate my accounting job to my mom, and like really like tears in my eyes, like I hate this so much, this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing, like trying to get her there. Like basically this is just to say that I understand and I empathize.
I feel like you were like in the same spot that I would be in if I was to do that.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's your life. It's not your parents' life.
True. And
they'll understand. I mean, in 99% of situations, they're going to understand. If you're 16, 17, 18, 19, and you know for sure you want to do something that doesn't require a college degree, go start that right away. But
as soon as possible.
Yeah. Like now.
Now.
Yeah. Time's huge.
Yes. And I know for like a lot of people just go to school because their parents want them to, just to get the degree. Do you think that degree is at all beneficial to like people that are not going to use it for
doctor, like lawyer?
Yeah, for doctor and lawyer obviously, but if you get a degree and then you end up, let's say you get a degree and then you go on into a career that doesn't like necessarily need that degree, do you think it's beneficial to have that at all, or have the degree? Do you think it's just like waste?
In some situations, I'm sure it would end up being beneficial that someone had a marketing degree, and when they took their shot at something and it didn't work out and they wanted to get a marketing job, they had the degree, which slightly boosted their chance of getting the marketing job. The degree, the piece of paper, means nothing compared to
most expensive piece of paper.
Compared to like a relationship that you have within the company, compared to so-and-so who has a relationship with someone in the company who gives them, like, is in their ear and like gets resume to the top of the pile. Like, my sister, who's 24 years old, who just got an awesome job recently, but it like took a while and a lot of grinding. She was applying for hundreds and hundreds of jobs on like these job sites and not even getting interviews because they're just getting bombarded with applications. Like it's hard for me to take an aggressive stance here because I don't know, but in all of my experience, no, that piece of paper is far less valuable than most people think.
Okay. Yeah, that's in my opinion. I agree that society puts the college like degree like at this pedestal, and
but it's in like in the internet world that's like breaking down.
Yeah.
Like there are plenty of people.
Yeah,
James
no, that's
Altucher,
true.
like
That's
there are
true.
plenty of people speaking out against college.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard, man. Are you taking on debt?
No, I'm not. Fortunately, I have.
Cool.
My parents are helping a little bit.
Yeah.
So if I was to not be in that
and you're
situation-
grinding like fitness stuff and work, you have a job too. So
Yes,
like it's awesome.
Yeah, if I was to be in that situation where I would have to go into debt, I probably would not. I don't think it would be worth it for me.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way that to take on debt?
So I came out of school with like low 5 figures in debt, but I had like my last few years of college, I was doing less partying than early on because internet poker was in its boom.
I've heard you talk about that.
Yeah, so I had like that combined with a pretty good job to pretty quickly pull myself out of there, but it takes aggressive personal finance and aggressive cutting spending like coming out of those years to get out of that debt, to even like take a shot or do something else and just get into the black out of the red.
Yes, yeah. The college debt is just ridiculous. I feel like it gets up there like in numbers. People just can come out of college with like extreme amounts of debt. Yeah.
Let's bring this to you specifically here because you want to grow a personal brand. Fitness is by far the number one passion. That's the kind of thing you want to be doing. I would do that along with college right now. Like I don't see a good reason for you to drop out.
Yeah.
Particularly with like parents' help, like not accumulating debt, solid backup plan. It's fun, but then like at the same time, if you know 1,000% you like feel it in your gut, and if you get like your feet under you and you start building up a little bit of a YouTube channel and you do some training in the gym and you have some clients and you have revenue coming from the business, and like then you can almost start supporting yourself off of that. Then if say it's after your sophomore year and that's happening, dropping out's a much more realistic conversation than dropping out to start now. I mean, you already started, but like keep going. Keep the Instagram going. Like keep it all going.
Yeah, once I feel like if I was to get to a point where I feel like I could support myself with what I was doing outside of college, then I feel like that'd be a much easier situation. Be like, okay, I don't think college is beneficial. I'm just gonna continue with the fitness instead of college.
And it's easier to point to mom and dad and say, look, like I'm selling like 50 of these products a month, and I have these 6 online coaching clients, and I'm also like training in the gym, like things are going really well and this is passionate. I would imagine they'd be much more receptive to that than I see this dude Christian and he's got a Lamborghini and I want to
do the same thing. Yeah, that's a little bit far-fetched from the situation right now.
But when you take it from here to here, real progress.
Yes.
But you can also you learn things in school.
Yeah.
You can learn them on the internet.
Exactly.
But
like in the classes where I'm in right now, I feel like I don't know the specific classes I'm in right now. I feel like they're just a waste of time.
What classes?
Right now, I'm just taking 3 classes. I'm like the minimum full time.
Yep.
I have a math class, like a business calculus class.
Okay.
And that is I don't know. I feel like I'm never going to use that again in my life.
Okay.
And then I also have a computer information systems class where we learn like Word, PowerPoint, Excel. I feel like that's a little bit helpful. And
those are useful skills.
And then I have a management and human resources class, which I feel could be beneficial.
It's super valuable
if the professor was a little bit better at teaching. But
got it. Take what you can from it.
Exactly.
There's also like I use stats in the way I analyze decisions every single day. Like, what is the return on this time spent here? What is the expected value of this? Like my brain is constantly working like that.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm thinking when I'm in class. Like, what is?
Applying it to what you want to do.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, what is the benefit of me being here? Is this worth my time?
Mhm.
Or, yeah.
Keep grinding, keep building up on the side. Like, I think that's the ideal play.
Just keep grinding, and if I get something going like where I can support myself, then it's
If you get something going where you can support yourself, you love it, you're crushing it, and you don't have more hours to be working on that thing, and the place to get those hours is from dropping out of school,
Yeah.
so that you can make the thing even more successful, reach more, help more, then yeah, it makes sense. But right now,
yeah, keep grinding.
crush it in your free time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the vlog camera. Right
Got
there.
the same one. Or camera twins.
Yeah, I know. And
Is
dressed
this the
alike.
Joby? Or is this a different one?
I think it's Joby. D-Rock ordered it for me.
Oh, okay. I know has your life always been about fitness? Has fitness always been like a part of your life, or?
Since I got cut from the 8th grade hockey team and had to go play on our crosstown rival, Bloomington Kennedy, which we beat 10-0 every single year of my entire life.
Yeah.
But then I wasn't good enough to make even the worst Jefferson team, so I had to go like eat crow and play on the crosstown rival and like go through that embarrassment, and which was amazing. Like, I made a lot of friends there, but the experience of I never want to feel this failure. I never want to taste this bad, this like humiliating of a loss again. And that was one of my main introductions to off-season training, shooting pucks, plyometrics, like which led to weightlifting. So prior to that, fitness wasn't, and after that, it always has been.
And this was the other question I had. If fitness wasn't a part of your life and you weren't doing fitness, what do you think you have any idea what you would be doing if you weren't doing fitness?
This was a good question when I read it walking over. Like math and analytical type stuff was always, I used to buy season tickets for things. Like, I basically did like ticket brokering, except got absurd deals because you get student tickets, and Wisconsin was really good at things. So I'd round up 10, 12, 15, 18 people and get season tickets and sell them game by game, and like then there's the poker thing, and I think I would be doing some kind of entrepreneurial hustle. Hopefully, I'd like to think that was like having a net positive impact, and something that involved like math, statistics, like things like that. Yeah, but I have no idea, to be honest.
Yeah. Let's go back to that poker thing. I know I've heard you talk about it a little bit. I know, were you doing that in college, the poker thing?
Yeah. Yep.
I know like Gary talks about the yard sale stuff.
Yep.
Do you have like any other tips you give like maybe college students, like if they don't have a job or they do have a job, just like to make some extra money, like a side hustle?
Not poker. not poker.
No.
Only because in 2003, Chris Moneymaker, this like no-name nobody, won the World Series of Poker, like the highest honor. It was televised with whole cards on ESPN for the first time ever, and poker blew up. So there was an influx of players and new money that had no idea what they were doing, which made poker really good. And every year since then, the games have gotten harder. And now we're 13 years later, 14 maybe, and it's not a good time to start. It's a fun game, but for a side hustle, no. Honestly, bro, what I like more than a side hustle than if you can make $13 an hour garage sailing, like, I get that some people really, really need the money, respect, but I would go the unpaid route and go for experience. Yeah. Like my working with John Romanello, that experience was invaluable, and he paid me, but originally for the first month it was unpaid. You had to earn your keep. What else? There's so many opportunities. Robert Greene talks in the book Mastery. If you haven't read it, you should. Or listen, audiobook. But like, we hit our max. So we'll just backtrack a second. Talking about mastery, talking about mentorship. You get the like, will you work for free email? Even that's like a little bit cringy to me, because that sounds like work for me. However, I just hired a full-time employee. Design, computer chops, like super smart 22-year-old kid grinder. Like just executes. He's been interning remotely for the last 4 months, so I've got a good feel for him. But yeah, the way we met, he sent me a whole bunch of screenshots of my app that he redesigned that looked way better. And he's like, hey, I just I did this for you. Like I was playing with the app and I made these. Like you can use them if you want. You don't have to. And this was 10 months ago. Just caught my eye. I was like, cool. Like, tell me a little bit about yourself. This is really cool of you. And he did. And I was like, all right. Like I marked the email as unread because I was like, I have all these emails and like I'm gonna lose it, but whatever.
Yeah.
3-4 months later, going back through emails, all of them. So there were maybe 1,000 at the time. I came across it. I was like, Jesse, that's right. I emailed him like, hey, what are you doing? I don't remember exactly what I said. We set up a Skype call, and which led to an internship. He graduated college. He was doing a little freelance work. The internship led to the full-time thing. But adding value for someone that you think that you will benefit from being around, from working for, that you'll learn from, something that, like a common, I don't know what I want to do, I don't know how to do it. Common answer to that question is look around and see what other people are doing. And if you see someone you're like, I think I'd like to do that or something like that, getting in their inner circle, inner crew is the fastest way to do that.
I know you started with John and then with Gary. Do you maybe want to talk about how you went about getting into that situation, how that's helped you get to where you're doing now?
Yeah. So, I mean, getting with John, the most, I wrote a blog post called 12 Things I Learned During My First Year as an Entrepreneur. Getting your personal finance in order, I think, is the most underrated one, which basically, in an era of raising money and giving away equity and like all of that, it's not that I didn't want to do that, it's that I didn't know that was an option in 2011. I didn't know that I could just have investors and give away a piece of my company. It was the way my brain worked, like a micro econ, was basically just, okay, I need to save up this much money because my strategy is to write a blog because that's what John Romano and JC Dean are doing, and then I can help people with fitness stuff from the blog. And so I saved up enough money so that spending as little as possible, I would have almost 2 years before I ran out. And I'm talking spending like nothing, like walking to and from Costco, like grinding. But that personal finance component, I think is where most people get tripped up. 2, flexibility. I got out of my apartment lease. I wasn't gonna buy anything and own a house because people would have perceived that as cool, or like I made it in Minnesota by like being a homeowner, because all that would have done was tied me to a location. I bounced around after quitting my job. I was in Chicago living with a friend, flexible setup. So when Roman was like, you have to be local, I just said I was local. And then when I got the internship, I moved to New York.
Okay.
Flexible with location, having enough money so you don't run out, so you have enough time to take that shot. Those are like the biggest things. And then I never expected John to intro me to Gary. Like that was never even close to on my mind. It was, I really respect Roman. I like the work he does. I want to learn from him. I like him as a person. And so I want to go do this and learn from him and like help him as much as possible. Which meant helping with the book launch, which meant helping with like meal plan stuff. Just like random stuff, group coaching, but helping him as much as possible, to the point where when Gary needed someone, he trusted me because I was just right there.
Okay. And did you know Gary before John, or were you like following Gary?
I knew of him.
Okay.
You know, not like now, obviously. But yeah, my first coming across him was the airplane rant he did.
Okay. Let's see. Let's move on to another question. Oh, I had Talenti or Halo Top or
Oh yeah, I'm cutting now. So Halo Top is where it's at.
Halo Top?
The red velvet Halo Top is insane. They don't have it.
I haven't tried that one yet.
Bro, it's like real ice cream.
I can't find it anywhere in like the stores that I go to.
So good.
I might just have to like order it.
Audio's gonna pick up a lot of that.
Oh shit.
You're good.
Let's see. Let's move on.
How about you?
I haven't tried the red velvet Halo Top. I actually just had my first Talenti when I did the 10K challenge.
Oh yeah? This guy, you made it to like between 8,000 and 9,000, you said?
Between like 8 and 9.
And then you just fell asleep.
And then I just
like, I'm gonna rest up for this last ice cream. He's like,
Yep, and then it was just fell asleep, woke up, didn't make it. It was not easy. It definitely wasn't easy.
Good for you.
Let's see here.
Grind. I couldn't do it.
I feel like you could do it.
I don't think I could do it.
Maybe on
I psychologically just don't ever want to have 600 grams of fat in a day either.
Yeah, the next day I felt good. Like the past like week I haven't felt. I like still feel bloated from it.
Yeah.
Okay, reverse bets. I know you do reverse bets.
Yep.
Could you maybe talk like about the philosophy of reverse bets, how you came about the idea, and like how beneficial they are?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. When I am my smartest self, I know exactly what I want to do with my life, pretty much. When I wake up on 5 hours of sleep and I'm cranky and like someone says something mean to me and like whatever, and you know, just there's issues in life, I will lay on the couch and consume a ton of YouTube and just like not be in an action in a productive state. So a reverse bet is setting a negative outcome for not accomplishing goals. I have to give all this money to X person if I don't accomplish this. And I use them to when I'm my smart self to say, okay, future dumb self isn't going to want to do this, but we're going to make him create this content, we're going to make him do this, we're going to make him do this, and then if I don't, that negative outcome happens. And this is interesting because a lot of people like are missing the accountability. I think a lot of people, being honest with yourself is huge for this, because
nobody's gonna know.
If you don't, well, some like if you tell some people and it's a public thing, they're gonna know. But guess what? Like, make my bet is on this one. I could cheat that. But I get 2 slip-ups. I slipped up on like the 3rd day because I had a red eye basically. So I like didn't really sleep, but I didn't make my bed. Whatever, it counts. But I have 1 more slip-up. But I made my bed. I'm Airbnb here in Venice. Made my bed every single day. Like, but yeah, you gotta. But the thing is, if you're not being honest with yourself, no one else cares. No one else is losing. Like, I'm losing if I'm not honest with myself. So there's no reason not to be honest with myself. But telling people, making it public, it helps.
It helps with the accountability, helping yourself keep accountable.
Yeah. So now what I'm finding is picking the correct metrics.
What do you mean by that?
Like, daily YouTube uploads might not have been it was optimal for depth with 1,000 people who were like the core people who watch every single video. And like the emails were like, I'm really sad these are over. I'm like, don't worry, we're still gonna be uploading.
I miss those daily uploads.
but like, as much as I love that and I want to do that, I also want to continue to grow. And that wasn't happening with the daily uploads.
Exactly, and daily uploads. I've done like a week of daily uploads. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
No.
Yeah.
YouTube videos are not easy to pump out daily.
Yeah.
I don't know how people like Casey Neistat do that.
Just a beast.
Yeah.
You get better in time, but
exactly.